Jeremy Corbett here. I hope this email finds you well. Welcome to the show for people who like the news but find it a bit too facty and lacking punchlines. It's a show called 7 Days. We will get into it. The main reason, of course, everyone watches, admin. Time to meet our leaders. And on Team 1, we have a leader. He's also one of the contestants on Dancing with the Stars. So I've been busy this week finding every Facebook post where he's mentioned and commenting, never heard of him. Eli Matthewson!
Because it's mainly just been my dad doing that.
How's your week been? Busy, I'm guessing.
Pretty good training to dance. Also got a new haircut. What we think?
Oh, yeah.
Rocking a bit of a mullet because I've been reading the news and I feel like maybe the apocalypse is coming.
Okay.
And I kind of thought if I look more heterosexual, I might survive longer. I'm kind of...
You don't look it.
I think if things go full Hunger Games, this is going to buy me a couple of extra days until my voice and my gestures give me one.
Anyway, who's on your team?
We've got such an amazing team covering the full spectrum of people I live with to people I don't live with. We have a very funny musician and a musical comedian.
Yes.
Neither of them pay taxes. It's Anika and
Oh, good stuff. All right, the leader of Team 2 is what you'd get if you ordered a 90s boy band member off Wish.com. It's James Roque! True, huh?
Painfully accurate.
It's a thin line. All right, who's on your team?
I've got a killer team for you today,
Great.
Jeremy. To my left here, she's one of our first international guests back in ages,
True,
all
yeah.
the way from Australia, the host of the Great Aussie Bake Off, Buttle.
Yeah.
One and only Paraducky's own Ben Hurley.
All right, we are going to start tonight's show with a round of Newsmakers, the game where I present our teams a news clip completely devoid of context, and the teams have to give it some. Team 1, you're up first. Here's a video for you. This was on the news this week.
There's a possibility, and so, no, I'm not anxious about it. It's just a reality of travel.
Why is that a newsmaker?
Has she just heard how long the latest Air New Zealand safety video is?
She might have. Well, my mum bought a really cheap neck pillow, and then when it arrived, it was flesh-coloured. So when she sits on a plane, it just looks like she's got two massive nungers. Either that, but she's comfy. Yeah, I think she's travelling for the first time in a while to Singapore. So we're going to get a big group chat. Whole team of 5 million. Everyone chuck in what pirated DVDs you wanted to grab.
You are right. Our Prime Minister has embarked on a whirlwind 6-day tour of Singapore and Japan to promote trade and tourism in New Zealand. Her first overseas trip in 2 years, and it's not without risk. If she gets COVID, she'll be quarantined in a 5-star hotel for a week away from her family and the pressures of being Prime Minister. In unrelated news, Jacinda was last seen licking every supermarket trolley in Singapore.
I feel like the way people are talking about this, they're acting like it's a big holiday for her. It's a strict work trip. It's strictly for work. Like, she's already made trade deals with Singapore, Japan, and apparently next she's going to make trade deals with Coachella, New Zealand.
She's going to do what every Kiwi does when they go to Asia. Come back wearing a bintang singlet, heaps of bracelets hanging off, can't go namaste, everybody.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for her to do a press conference next week with a new Asian accent she picked up on the trip.
It isn't just Jacinda heading overseas. Christopher Luxon's heading overseas this week as well. Not because of like an official political thing. Just so many people at Air New Zealand called in sick that he's covering Stacey's 4 p.m. Brisbane Auckland.
Do you reckon he's called some old mates from Air New Zealand to sort of make sure Jacinda doesn't get a nice seat?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't need to scan her airpoints card. What do you reckon? You know, on the arrivals card, what do you reckon she writes down as occupation? Because I never write comedian, because then at customs they're like, tell us a joke. But if you write Prime Minister, they're going to be like, what are you going to do about Ukraine?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Way worse.
I hate saying that my job is comedian as well. Like, I remember one time a couple of years ago, I got pulled over by a cop, and he was like, "What's your job?" And I said, "Comedian." And he goes, "No, what's your real job?"
Yeah.
And I looked down, and I just went, "JB Hi-Fi." Devastating.
All right, we move on. Team 2, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I've got a newsmaker for you as well. Have a look.
Walnuts, pears, edible weeds, chickweed, mine is lettuce, dandelion leaves, mushroom, grapes, kiwi fruit, blackberries.
Why is that a newsmaker?
I think that's the Green Party list.
That's just a really crap smoothie. That's
Too much, eh?
all over the place.
This is more.
Is that the vegan Kiwi burger song? Kiwis love walnuts, edible sweets, mushrooms. Okay, well, she seems like a forager. Is that what
Yes, a
they're called?
scavenger, that's it.
Scavenger? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Scavengers.
Scavengers.
Okay, and is this a thing? Maybe it's back, scavenging.
Is it like dumpster diving?
Yeah, similar.
Yeah, nature's dumpster.
No, oh, right.
Except you don't,
yeah.
you don't jump into the woods and come up with an old DVD player. I mean, you do in West Auckland, but not.
Yeah, so we're going to go with scavengers. And I reckon, my hunch tells me that the scavengers are back because groceries are so expensive right now. Is that it? I think that's it.
Basically, you are right, although I think scavenger's not the right... I think it's more of a forager they'd go with. Anyway, with the cost of living skyrocketing, Christchurch communities have mapped out the city's fruit and nut trees, turning to foraging to supplement their nutrition. And this must be infuriating for the orchards who can't find enough fruit pickers, seeing people doing it just for the love of the game.
I'm getting into it. I did some just last weekend, did some foraging, and all I found was a bunch of Easter eggs and some very angry children.
This is how we picture you getting your food in Australia.
God, it is too.
It looks all fun and Instagram worthy, and you can wear your Kathmandu jacket and have a good time. But just cut to like 4 years' time when the kids are like, oh, I don't want to eat walnut stroganoff again.
I was reading about this. They've got an amazing app in Christchurch where you can look and it's got a map and it tells you where all the fruit is. It's called Grindr. Very useful. But we need to, because it's like groceries are so expensive. Like a lettuce can cost you $9, and yet it's only 99 cents to vote for me on Dancing with the Stars.
Foraging's on the rise, but also on the rise are calls to 111 about accidental poisonings.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace.
Is that a joke?
Oh, the number of times Laura's been asked that as a comedian.
Sorry, Laura.
Do people do that when you play Youthful? They're like, that's a song.
All right, we'll go to the scores now for Newsmakers. Team 1, you can have the number of Taranaki children who reportedly took an expired vaccine, 51. Which is not good. We shouldn't be giving them expired vaccines, but hopefully we'll get some good superheroes out of that down the line. Team 2, you can have the amount Elon Musk is attempting to buy Twitter for, $43 billion.
Wow.
And what a great use of all that money. But that does mean our first star on the sticker chart goes to Team 2. Congratulations. All right, let's see what we are playing for tonight. Let's take a look. It's an exotic Japanese and Singaporean prize kindly donated by Jacinda Ardern. She swore to me this stuff is all the rage in Japan and not a last-minute thought at the airport. Thanks for thinking of us, Jacinda. It's a great prize pack, and it's going to go to the team that gets the most stars by the end of the show tonight. All right, it's time now for a game of history on 7 days. This is where we take a look back to an iconic time in our nation's past and meet one of the people involved. And this week's guest can be seen in this clip, which I think we can all agree is a moment that defined us as a nation.
Come on and join the fun at Footrot Flats. There's rides for everyone at Footrot Flats. We're New Zealand's largest family park. Come on and join the fun at Footrot Flats.
Come on out. Use the Family Fun Pass. Only $14 a person for a family of 4 or more. We're open 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Saturday, Sunday, school and public holidays.
Come on and join the fun at Footrot Flats.
How good is that? An incredible time in New Zealand's storied theme park history. That was, of course, a promotional video for the Footrot Flats Fun Park, located in the Te Atatu Peninsula from 1985 to 1991. Now, tonight we are joined by Gary Pring, who played Wal Footrot, as well as 5 other characters in the park. He was also the marketing manager and at one time lived in the park.
Wow.
We're also joined by a butcher, a builder and a vegan activist. That is the information, Team 1. You want to take a stab at working out who Gary is?
Okay, well, they're not allowed to give us clues, right?
They can't talk, they can do actions for you.
Well, could you show me your hands?
All look pretty...
I'm looking for the builder's hands.
Oh, yes.
And then can you turn around and show us your crack?
The builder is actually probably being quiet right now because nobody's trying to sleep.
Really really think number 4 could be our guy.
I think he could be too.
He's got a lot of performance energy.
Yeah.
Who do we think is the vegan number 1? Because he was so tired just before.
I
think
it's 3. I think 3's the vegan because of their shoes and leather is meat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not just
I do think 3's the vegan as well. Yeah,
so 3
trendy,
vegan,
stylish.
4 dude.
There's a butcher in here as well.
Yes, there is.
You know, so, you know, there could be a bit of tension between the vegan and the butcher. But luckily, there's also a builder, so he can help them build a bridge, you know.
You should be a diplomat. All right, what do you got, Eli?
Okay, I'm thinking butcher, builder, vegan, footy flats.
One's your butcher, 2's your builder, 3's your vegan, 4 is Gary Pring.
Yeah.
Marketing director of Footrot Flats theme park in the 80s, early 90s. All right.
Lock it in.
You're looking at number 4. Team 2, your turn.
So this guy lived at a theme park.
Yeah.
So we've got to look for the person who looks most like a bad guy from Scooby-Doo.
I'm just thrilled to see 4 men stand there and not say anything for this long. It's just used for us as women, isn't it? It's beautiful. Gosh.
It's just constantly going around in their head. I think you'll find.
I think number 1 just has the butcher's haircut.
Totally.
True, the chop.
He's got lamb chops.
He's got chops.
Yeah. I can just imagine number 1 being like, can I give you 500 grams of ham, darling? I can just see that coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know though. 1 is like very animated with his actions.
Butchers are the showbiz of the meat trade.
What butchers are you going to? What the butchers are like?
I think going to a butcher is very different as a woman. Let's just put it that way. You get a very good service from the men there.
Do they show off a bit?
I did not know this.
Yeah.
Do they just spin like the sirloin around?
Yeah, what do they
and throw
do?
it in the back, like a bartender with all their tricks.
You just walk into a butcher and they're just like, beautiful, what can I get you? I'm like, me?
Yeah, 1 is butcher.
1 is a butcher.
Yeah.
2 is a builder.
3
is a vegan. And if not even
Look at he's happy.
look at your beautiful skin.
I like Anika's thought that it's 3 because he doesn't have leather shoes.
That's true.
Because vegans, they're like, I don't want to kill any animals, but I'm happy for little kids in Malaysia to make my sneakers. I got to say, 2's the one that's got. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for your pesky kids.
He's just got unmasked vibes.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, well then should we go 2 then?
Yeah.
So you think Gary is number 2?
Okay, 2, but we're gonna go butcher 1, right? Like
butcher
where?
1.
Yeah.
What's the sexual tension here right now?
Yeah. Very true.
80%.
80%? Number 1. Wow, okay, it is hot.
So you think Gary is number 2?
Yeah,
1 is
we're
your
gonna
butcher.
go Footrot Flats 2, and then 3 vegan,
Yeah.
and then
4 will be your builder.
Who's our builder? Yeah.
Okay, Team 1, you think Gary is number 4. Team 2, you think Gary is number 2. Can I ask Gary Pring, marketing manager of Footrot Flats theme park in the 80s, to please step forward? Gary, thanks for joining us. Do you remember fondly does that ad bring back memories, fond memories?
That's me up there as Wall.
Wall, yeah.
I was many other characters, clowns, Mr. Dazzle. I was all sorts of things. I lived on the park.
Where did you live?
In a caravan, a 24-footer. And they said, well, seeing you here, you might as well be our security manager as well. The interesting thing was when the park closed in 1988, I think it was, they gave me all the costume characters. And the dog, Horse the cat. And I did shows throughout the South Island who'd never seen Dog and them before. And they were huge success. And kids would line up to have a cuddle with Dog. And it was just, and I'd take photos for $3, you know.
And I guess it didn't help that there was only one Footrot Flats movie, and as time went on, that sort of faded from...
the characters gradually died, I suppose.
I thought they just went to another farm.
All right, give it up for Gary, marketing manager from Footrot Flats. Let's see, let's do our butcher. Butcher, where are you? Now you're better adjust that radar.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm thrown off by personality on number one.
Where's our builder?
Yes.
There's our builder. And our vegan activist. Give it up for our vegan activist. Go you. That is great stuff. And keep that applause going for Team 2. They give themselves a star. Well, let's be frank, everyone's a comedian these days, and I'd like you to prove it to us. Caption this photo you can see right now, then text us your caption and your name to 4088. Best caption, according to our crack team of captioneers, wins $500 of Frank Energy credit. Please don't forget to include your name, no credit, no exceptions. You can take another look at the photo on our 7 Days Facebook page. We'll announce our winner toward the end of tonight's show. We're going to be back as soon as we can with a round of Slice of 7 on 7 Days. See you then. Time now for Slice of 7, where top-notch Kiwi musicians perform topical tunes for our teams to decipher. And tonight in the 7 Days Thunderdome, it's Wellington's own Miles Calder. Thanks for joining us, Miles. You look ready to go. Team 1, are you ready for a topical song from Miles?
Let's go.
Take it away.
Weekend was long and no one would serve me my food. Jesus died for our sins so we couldn't buy any booze. But I don't believe in religion, so I say we're through. No more hot cross buns, no more white cream egg goo. No. No, I don't want to have a day off. Do you?
So good.
Actually, as a musician myself, that was really, really beautiful. I loved it, thank you. And that's not a joke. That's just me, Anika, famous singer-songwriter. Over 20 years, lots of hits, won lots of TUI awards. I mean, if I had to get out there right now, I'd know exactly what I was doing because I'm a professional and now I'm on this show.
Miles, anything you'd like to say about Anika? Anything, quickly.
I didn't know. It's my main inspiration, and that means a lot to me.
Miles, I just also want to say, as a semi-professional dancer, there could have been more movement. It was confusing for me because the lyrics were about Jesus, but the vibe was very horny.
How can that be confusing?
I don't know. It's not the church I remember. But I'll be there on Sunday if you're there, baby.
I mean, this song is relatable, right? I think it's pretty clear what it's about. I was listening to it all weekend.
What?
Easter? The Easter Wars being controversial.
People want to cancel Easter, and I think it's iconic that Easter could get cancelled before Short and Streams.
Is it time, though? Yes, well done, Team 1. Is it time to cancel Easter? There have been calls this week to reconsider shutting the country down every April for a religious holiday, considering the vast majority of New Zealand does not identify as Christian. I mean, it's all well and good, but if we cancel Easter, what will the warehouse put on the shelves in January? Think of the unintended consequences. Halloween stuff.
Just 8 months long.
Matariki. New merchandise there.
Have we ever stopped to think that maybe Christians don't like Easter either? I mean, I would hate it if I went to the supermarket and all I would see were buns decorated with my favourite guy's murder weapon.
We should do everything, eh? Day off for Diwali, day off for Ramadan.
Yeah, shit, yeah. I'd pretend to be a Scientologist if I got a day off for Tom Cruise's birthday.
We shouldn't focus on religion because, you know, it's too controversial. We should focus on the holidays that everyone can agree on, you know, like Waitangi Day.
This is what I don't understand. Is someone trying to wind us up, right? Because we're not stupid. Kiwis, we're like, I can fake it, get a couple extra days off and some chocolate. What's the problem?
Yeah, it's what Jesus would have wanted as well. I believe in his dying days, he looked down and he said, one day off on Friday and another day off on Monday. time and a half for everyone at McDonald's. Chocolate, and most importantly, everyone tries to leave Auckland on the same day.
I didn't realise how tied in with religion the chocolate companies were, because there's this bloke called the Archbishop of Cadbury. And yeah.
Just a chocolate Pope's hat.
It's one chocolate bunny ear on his head, which is a real giveaway.
Nah, because in New Zealand we actually follow the teachings of Pope Whitaker, so...
You do, don't you?
This is how messed up New Zealand's drinking culture is and how toxic it is. You take away booze for one day and everyone's like, there is no God. Give me my wine.
You think after how many lockdowns we've been through, we would be smart enough to know how to stock up on booze for 4 days?
We've had 2,000 years of warning.
Yeah. This has been annoying ever since Jesus left the tomb and was like, oh, there's no pubs open.
Team 2, you ready for a song from Miles?
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right, MC, take it away.
Sheep, what's wrong with you? You're covered in wool. Sheep, what's wrong with you? Think you should be hairy. I shouldn't shave you now. Shave a ram or you. Grow some hair for me. Is it such a bad idea?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pipes. And, I mean, we've got an Australian in our team and you're singing about sheep.
Yeah.
We don't, like, talk about sheep on the show every week.
No, you're all normal, and it's...
Anyway, back to the sexy sheep.
Yeah.
I heard, like, hair.
Yeah, there's some story about the child.
Oh, really?
They're trying to breed a sheep that's got hair instead of wool.
You people will do anything to make sheep more attractive.
It was only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Out of all the sheep stories, this one? Yeah, are we going to go with that? It's like, yeah, they're trying to grow hairy sheep, Jeremy.
You're actually right. Yeah, a Whited Upper farmer's trying to develop a hairy sheep. They are using imported genetics from the UK to create a sheep that grows hair instead of wool, which may be the future of the industry. And well, potentially a great move for the industry. Our sheep shearers are going to be a lot slower now, aren't they? Have to start each one with so much plan for the holidays.
That's right. Your rural sheep shearers that have to go to the Rodney Wayne Academy.
They're doing this to save money, right? That's why they're making these...
Why?
Yeah, exactly. Because most sheep are female. And I don't know if you've been to the hairdressers recently, but, you know, a cut, a colour, some foils, you know, toner, blow wave. You're looking at $360 per sheep.
Per sheep?
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say most sheep are female?
Yeah. Most sheep you use on the farm, right?
Yeah.
Farmers, back me up.
One ram, like 200 ewes.
Yeah.
That way the ram does all the ewes, and then the ones he has left over, you take for yourself, Mal.
It does beg the question if this is an elaborate cover-up. You know, some farmer that's had a few too many sheep born with hair looking a lot like his. It's like, oh no, it's a science thing we're doing with the.
I've crossbred them.
Yeah, we got some genetics from the UK, don't hair. Yeah, what's the advantage of hair over wool? I wouldn't think as a fibre it's going to be better.
Just something to hold on to, I guess.
Would it be?
We can't help ourselves, Mel. We can't help ourselves.
It's so hot.
Good round of Slice 7 for the scores. Team 1, you can have the amount a New York woman charges to name your baby. Up to $10,000 she will charge. Her name is Taylor A. Humphrey. I'm not drawing a line between those two things, but she'll help you out. And Team 2, you can have the weight of the fleece shorn from Shrekapol on Monday. That is the sheep that's been on the run for most of his life. His wool weighed 18.6 kilos, which means a bright star for Team 1. Well done, 10,000.
Yeah, more sheep.
More sheep.
More sheep stuff. And to celebrate his beautiful new single, Miles Calder is heading out around the country on a massive nationwide tour, which kicks off next month. Go to milescalder.com for all the details. Thank you, Miles. Time for a quick break. Fill up the ice cooler. We'll be back soon, pineapple and all, for a round of Club Tropicana on 7 days. Everyone's a critic these days. No, seriously. Send your frank feedback about 7 days to this email address. Stay tuned for how we use it. Could be a laugh. 7 days. They say no man is an island, but some men have islands. Men like Richard Branson, Johnny Depp, and me, Jeremy Corbett. My island is right over there. Play the steel drums, please. You know what that means. Time for Club Tropicana. Let's head on down to the beach. All right, a huge thank you is due to our sponsor and pineapple provider, the good people at Dole. You may have heard their theme song, Pineapple, Coconuts, Big Banana, something like that, I don't know. My kids have been singing it all week. Anyway, inside this Dole pineapple, I have some stories from the week, and I'd like to hear a little bit more about these stories. This is open to all teams. And we begin with this. This week, a teacher was charged with misconduct after appearing on a podcast where he talked about taking drugs, having sex, and even read out a student's work. What? Weirdly, or interestingly, he kept his job, but I would like to see some teachers who should be fired, please. Teachers who should be fired.
Can I borrow anyone's vape charger?
And that is how babies are made. So, yeah, you'll probably learn more about that next year at primary school.
Look, thanks for coming in today. Yeah, I'm really disappointed. We caught your son cheating yesterday, which is so disappointing because I thought we were exclusive.
Roll call is a there's an R here.
All right, class, your first assignment for this year is an essay on the topic Hitler, evil or misunderstood?
Okay, year 6, can you line up in order of attractiveness? Thank you.
All right, kids, we're just going to do a quick emergency drill, so I want you to act as if someone walked in here with 2 huge guns.
All right, class, and now if you press enter and flip it upside down, it says boobs. There you go.
Hello, class. My name's Jeremy Corbett. I'm your relief teacher for today. Let's just go around and do names. Oh, hello. Megan, was it? Lovely to meet you.
All right, class, for today's project, we're going to learn how to make 4,000 iPhones. All right, lock the door.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm actually not hungover. I have just decided, because you've been so good, that we're going to watch Shrek.
What was that, Nathan? Oh, you want to borrow a pen? Sure. Suck it!
No, Principal, of course I'm not coming into work today. It's a teacher-only day.
I'm going back to the pineapple, and this story is about a whited upper man who was so unhappy with his McDonald's meal this week that he posted his half-eaten cheeseburger on Trade Me. I'm not sure what he was expecting, but anyway, I'd like to hear some unreasonable restaurant complaints. Unreasonable restaurant complaints, please.
Oh, that is way bigger than 6 inches, right, love?
Hi, yeah, can we send these oysters back? I've had 5 and nothing.
This burger is disgusting, and I'll be wanting to speak with both Carl and Carl Jr. regarding this.
I ate 9 of them and I'm still sad, so how can you call them Happy Meals?
Excuse me, I booked a table for 2 and you've not organised anyone for me to dine with.
Oh, hello. My name is Karina. I'm the Māori version of a Karen, and I want to speak to your manager right fucking now.
Yeah, hi. I asked for a rare steak, but the one you've sent me is just from a cow, so...
For our next one, this is a story this week about students at a Michigan kindergarten who inadvertently drank tequila. This week, when a student brought a bottle of pre-mixed margarita to share during snack time. What a cool school. I think we'd all enjoy some things overheard at the kindergarten margarita hour.
Hey, have you guys seen my nose? Because this guy reckons he stole it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask for the promotion. I'm ready for pull-ups.
Tasha! Tasha, he's not worth it. He doesn't even know how to read yet.
Okay, guys, shut up. I got one for you. The red wiggle, hot or not?
Duck, 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 duck. No, I know what I'm doing, Lachlan. Duck, duck.
Well, that's me. I better go. You know, if I get in after 3 p.m. again, I'm going to get a lot of that.
All right, I didn't want to have to say this, but I heard the most distasteful and untrue rumour about Santa the other night.
Play Baby Shark! Baby Shark!
No, like for real. Do you ever notice that like a rectangle is like a stretched out square? Makes you think, man.
From the Dole Pineapple, this week corrections staff was charged with trying to smuggle drugs into a New Zealand prison using curry powder and Marmite to confuse the drug dogs. Now, he admittedly does sound like a legend, but what I'm looking for is examples of the worst prison guards. Worst prison guards.
All right, well, I'm going to clock off for the night. You look after yourself, Mr. Epstein.
Amazing.
I locked the door, didn't I?
Guys, you really need to cool it down because this prison guard has 2 guns!
Any excuse.
Right, and for your last meal, you want fried chicken. Do you know how bad for you that is?
Okay, guys. Cool. Movie night tonight. We've got Shawshank Redemption and we've got The Green Mile.
You guys just don't get how hard lockdown was for us. We were only allowed out to go to the supermarkets or run really important errands.
Time of death, 3:30 tomorrow.
Oh my God, I've just been listening to the podcast about you. I reckon you totally did it.
All right, steel drummer, play the steel drums one more time. That is us. Make your way back, teams. Right, I enjoyed that. I'm going to do scores for you now. Team 1, you can have the amount of money Auckland Transport is getting daily from fining drivers using the Newmarket bus lane. Daily, $12,000. Wow. Interestingly, no buses have been fined. Team 2, you can have 2, which is the number of women who used tongs to assault security guards in a scrap outside Kmart Hamilton. You are all class, Hamilton. Congratulations and a star for Team 1. Enjoy that round of Club Tropicana, and thanks once again to our sponsors, Dole. Dole, name another pineapple company. I dare you.
Is that this one?
We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in a few minutes for a round of Guess Who on 7 Days. See you soon. 7 days. It's time for a game of Guess Who. This is one where we put a sack on someone's head and have our panellists guess who they are from the news. To be honest, the nation's premier sack-based entertainment, I would argue. Please join me, though, in welcoming this week's Guess Who guest. Walk this way. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right. OK, you ask a question, you get a yes, you get another question, you get a no, it goes to the other team. Team 1, you can begin.
Have you recently risen from the dead after being nailed to a cross?
No. Look, all we've got to go on is his body, because we can't see his face. So I know this is weird, but are you me?
No.
Not even close.
You do a wee turn for us?
Just
Okay.
out you there, that's right,
Yeah.
stop.
Good.
No question there, just...
You have a question for the game?
Is your wife in Singapore?
No.
No.
Are you in the news for something to do with children?
Definitely not, no.
Definitely not. Good. Clarify that one quickly.
That was a test.
Good.
OK, back to you, Team 2.
Excuse me, are you a redhead?
Yes.
Yeah.
OK, good. We get another. That helps us not at all, but we get another question.
Get another question. That's...
OK, let's take the information that we know and make an educated guess.
OK.
Is your wife Meghan Markle?
No.
Very good, though, Ben. Very good detective work.
Are you in the news because of a hobby you have?
Yeah.
I'll say hobby is a stretch,
it?
but it is something he's been doing regularly.
Have you invented something?
Yes.
Yes, I guess it's a yes. Like an impressive invention or anything, but he
Oh, he's right there, Jeremy.
came up with it.
SPF 1000 is a good invention.
I think he'd agree with me. He's invented something, but it's not going to change the world.
You've got to be nice. This is our guest that we've invited in and put a sack on.
Yeah.
Is it to do
Yeah.
with sheep?
No.
Oh, thank God.
But it is to do with a creature that begins with S.
Oh, I know!
Not your turn. Not your turn.
Wait, which starts with this?
Spider.
Is it something to do with spiders?
Yes.
OK.
Yes.
my God.
It is to do with
Spider-Man.
spiders.
OK, do spiders have 8 legs?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Good. This is good. You're on the roll now.
Is another name for spider arachnid?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we're killing this.
Boom.
We're
on the right track.
freaking killing this.
Does that thing that you made, is it used to help spiders?
No.
No.
Really?
Have you found a way to murder spiders?
Yes.
And you wanted to murder them because they were in your house?
Yes.
Yes.
And you put a sign up outside your house, and I think it was something to like gloat about how many days you've been free of spiders?
Yes.
Correct, yes. Please welcome Callum Bindon, ladies and gentlemen. Taking on spiders and scarfies in Dunedin, and that's your days without spiders. This is something out of one of my nightmares. Can you tell me when you first noticed spiders coming into your room? This was a daily occurrence, right?
Yeah, so I moved into the flat and there was a spider nest right outside my window. And it was a really bad one. There was a lot coming in. I tried spraying it multiple times, and I did it every day because I couldn't open my window without multiple spiders coming inside.
Ooh!
How many are we talking? When you say multiple and there's lots, like how many?
Oh, there was a big nest and there was babies, so I don't know how many babies. There's a lot of babies. They get it on, right? So I decided to put up a sign saying how many days have gone without spiders because everyone kept asking me, what are you doing?
Right.
Because I was right outside spraying, for a long time, spending so much money on fly spray.
So that wasn't your only problem, because I notice on there it says Mark III for that sign.
That's correct.
So what happened to the signs?
Well, scarfies, they thought it was a good idea to start taking the sign and stealing it. So we started making traps with bells and glass bottles with rocks inside of them.
To trap scarfies?
With a string, yeah. And so whenever someone tried to come to the sign, it would make a noise. The bottles would all fall over, the bin would fall over,
and I'd come rushing out like, what are you doing?
Right. And so how long is the longest how many days without spiders? What's your longest run?
29 days.
29 days.
Well done.
Give it up for Callum Bindon. Spider and Scarfy fighter. Thanks, Callum. You are excused, my friend. And well done, Laura. Team 1 gets a star. Congratulations. All right, pay attention in this next ad break because we're going to announce the winning caption for this week's Let's Be Frank competition. You focus on that. We'll get ready for a round of Beat the Ding on 7 days. See you soon. It's time now for Beat the Ding, where I force our panellists to list things extremely quickly. Why? Because I can. Success earns stars in this round, so let's get dinging. Here we go. This week, Prince Harry and Meghan made an addition to their staff, hiring Barack Obama's former bodyguard. Eli, you have 10 seconds to tell me 6 people you would hire as your bodyguard. Go.
Sonny Bill Williams, Bowden Barrett, Laura Daniel, Anika Moa, Jacinda Ardern, and Jacinda Ardern's hot bodyguard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost like you've thought about this.
Yeah, and that was an order as well.
All right, good stuff. You get a star. Eli, that's a star for doing that. It's great. Love it. Australian website KidSpot released its annual list of the year's most bogan baby names. Mel, you have 8 seconds to name 5 extremely bogan names. Go.
Jaden, Brayden, Caden, Taylor, Crystal Ann, Crystal Lee.
Oh, Jaden, Braden and Caden, eh? You get a point, you get a star. Well done, Mel. All right. The acting Prime Minister Grant Robertson was questioned about the increasing effect of inflation this week. And Laura, you've got 9 seconds to tell me 6 things that can be inflated. Go.
Pool toy, inflatable bed, tyres on your car, bike tyres, penis, inflatable chair, boobs, your butt, egos.
Sounded pretty good. Let me just check upstairs to get the confirmation. I think you might be there. They're not allowing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Laura. Sorry.
I need this.
I'm sorry, Laura. We move on. Auckland restaurant Cazador made headlines when it was burgled twice in 1 week, with thieves making off with a whole leg of venison, a crime. Literally. Ben Hurley, you have 10 seconds to name 7 cuts of meat. Go.
Oh, you got the sirloin, you got your Scotch fillet, you got your eye fillet, you've got your sausage, you got your lamb chop, you got your lamb neck chop.
Don't know if we can pay sausage as a cut of meat. Unless it's for that special export market. Just one short, unfortunately, Ben. Give him a round of applause. Good effort, good effort. We move on. Japanese researchers have invented electric chopsticks that enhance food's salty taste. Anika, you have 10 seconds to name 5 Japanese things. Go.
Seaweed, rice, chopsticks, a rugby team, a mountain, and hot pools. And hello.
We're not going to pay that. They don't own seaweed. You'd give it a sushi, baby. I'm sorry, Anika. Give her a round of applause, but no star. No star. That is all we have time for tonight. I'm as disappointed as you are. Who is taking home the PM's exotic Singaporean Japanese prize pack? Congratulations, Team 1! That was 7 days tonight. Please join me in thanking our panellists this week. Eli, Anika, Laura, James, Mel and Ben. We'll see you in 7 days on 7 days. Good night.
Thanks for New Zealand on air, and if you ever need help in a fight, I got 2 guns, baby.